A core teaching of Stoic philosophy is to live without virtue. And Stoics believed that for the human being, virtue is the only good, and externals such as money, fame, reputation, and other material things are neither good or bad, they're simply indifferent. So the ranks of Stoicism fans include Arnold Schwarzenegger, Elizabeth Holmes, Cory Booker, Brie Larson, T-Pain, George Washington, Bill Clinton, and so on. So the Stoicism philosophy nowadays is really, really popular, and many people from every niche find it useful. So it was really interesting for me if I could find it helpful for myself, and I did. And we've been hearing a lot about Stoicism and Stoics lately, but it's really important when considering the doctrines of Stoics to remember that they think of philosophy not as an interesting pastime or even a particular body of knowledge, but as the way of life. I read this book, which is the bestseller and which is the most popular book about Stoicism, The Daily Stoics by Ryan Holiday, and this book is the one I really recommend you to read. It's just really easy to read. It has 366 chapters, but hold on. Every chapter is really, really short. It's only 1 page long or like less or more a little bit. Every chapter is named by a date, very specific date. Like you have a chapter which is called the 1st of January and 365 others until the 31st of December. So it's really easy to read. Every chapter is just a little quote, a little like vibe for the day. So this is how I read this book in 2022. Every day by one chapter. That's how I eat it. So let's just move on to 3 powerful thoughts from Stoicism. We would never let another person jerk us around the way we let our impulses do. So we often get angry at people when they tell us how to live, what to think, what to wear, what to eat, who to meet, what music we should listen to, and such unsolicited advice and like caring recommendations really exhaust us. And we're used to so many people trying to manipulate us, trying to make us what will be beneficial to them, but we usually forgot about the thing that we pull ourselves no less trying to fit to social standards in order to avoid public condemnation. And in our head, we can often belittle and condemn ourselves, but somehow it seems absolutely normal. Like, what's wrong with humiliating and sticking to yourself, right? Wrong. So these powerful thoughts from this book made a huge impact on me, opened my eyes to the fact that while I'm learning to be absolutely independent of manipulations and opinions of others, I completely ignore my own self-criticism and manipulations that I aim at myself. And day by day, this can lead to some unhealthy consequences with your mental health. And this quote just helped me to finally stop and understand that I have to watch my impulses and how I treat myself with the same attention. How much pain have cost us the evils which have never happened? And Seneca would put it best. There's nothing so certain in our fears that's not here more certain in the fact that most of what we dread comes to nothing. And I think many of us are already realized that it's about winding ourselves up with anxious thoughts. So let's take a simple example, my personal example, like, oh, I want to make videos on YouTube. Yeah, like that's a really great idea. I want to become a YouTuber. Yeah. What if my friends will find my channel and they will laugh at me? What if I quit my job to make videos on YouTube and it won't bring me enough money to live? What if I buy an expensive camera and I will break down it someday? What if YouTube is blocked and I'll end up without a source of income? So just imagine an idea to make videos on YouTube, to create a YouTube channel and become a YouTuber just came to your mind a minute ago, and your brain has already come up with 1,000 problems, obstacles, and excuses. But the fact is that it's much easier for us to come up with something that can go wrong than that this something can go exactly the way we need it. exactly the way we want it. So my main advice in this chapter of this video is just try to analyze your thoughts that arise in your mind during the day and just try to ask yourself a simple question. Am I really objective now? Or is there a chance that I just exaggerate the circumstances? So how often do you oppress yourself with those problems and those failures that haven't even happened yet and are unlikely to ever happen? How often are you thinking about failures instead of focusing on the strategy that will lead you to success? And it's very easy to focus on disturbing thoughts, but I just want you to remember, while doing this, you're giving your energy and your main resources to empty and non-existent circumstances. So I advise you to evaluate the situation objectively and in the present moment, because as for the future, we can only make assumptions which are not realistic yet. If something prevents you from getting to your destination on time, then this is a chance to practice patience. So I used to be this kind of person that all my life I was always so impatient. Like if I came up with something, with any kind of idea, or if I want something that I wanted right now and no minute later, it always was a problem. It's still a problem that I'm dealing with. So in my childhood, when I wanted like a certain toy, just because my peers were already having it, and when I asked my mom if she could buy me this toy, and when her answer was like, sure, but maybe tomorrow or like a little bit later, I was so annoyed by the waiting, and it would have been better if her answer had been like a short no, so I would not have come to practice my patience, which was really hard for me. And right now I'm older, I still have the same problem. Like literally, if I want something, if I have any kind of idea, I want to do it right now. I want to buy something right now. I want to get it right now or never. So now I'm still dealing with this problem, because now I know that most of the time waiting is the best you can do. And sometimes you just can't control the situation. Not sometimes, most of the time. So for example, your train is late, so you will be late for your really important meeting. You're so mad and you're walking around the station in circles. Then your train finally came and you're already on your way, knowing for sure that you will be late, but you're still worried and spinning the situation in your head. You can't do anything right now to fix your lateness. So the best thing you can do in this situation is just calm down and wait and probably enjoy some views from your window. So that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the best you can do in this situation is do nothing and practice your patience. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, probably. And let me know in the comments, let me know just down below if you like this video or not, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!